Hey guys, and welcome back. I am the Seven Swords, and we are back in Skyrim. We are still in this fort that I was in last time, um, as we attempt to clear it out and find the key to the cells. We believe we've already killed the chief because um, we killed a bandit chief while they were sleeping. Ew. Okay then. We killed the bandit chief while they were sleeping, and we found that the door to the cells of this place are locked with a key. Um, we're now looking for said key while we clear out the rest of the fort. Our main reason for clearing out the fort was, I noticed it on the map, saw that and was not sure about it, so wanted to come check it out to make sure it wasn't another modded location with modded information. And this place is actually, it's starting to feel more and more like a modded place now that I'm thinking about it, because of the fact that, like these chests, these opened chests, I don't know if I remember seeing them anywhere else in Skyrim. Oh, hello. Fresh blood. Where did I get teleported? Oh, okay. It is weird how sometimes that happens. Ooh, prison key. There we go. Kind of weird that there was just a random bandit marauder here, and the fact that they're more powerful, that they had basically the gear that they would have had if they were a chief. Interesting. A brief history of the Empire. A blade of sapping. Biography of Baron Zaya. It's inside the chest. Anything good? Answer. Not super. Wardrobe? I do have this feeling like I should get rid of the enchanted necklace that I have. That's a stolen enchanted necklace that's currently at the castle, just because of the fact that it is going to be a pain if I forget about it and I lose it because of the fact that I have to pay off a bounty again or something. I do kind of wish that there was a way to like pay off stolen items to get them like where they're now considered yours. I was kind of hoping enchanting it would have fixed that, but it didn't. And now let's see what the cells are. See why this place was sealed off separately. Oh, that's why this place was sealed off separately. So we found out this is a modded fortress. Doesn't really matter because we've already been here. That's another bandit chief. I like how I could just sit here and feed on them while they're under the effects of the calm spell. I am trying to get our number of feedings up higher. I don't know if it ever changes, but I do kind of want to make it change. Torture tools. I think I have like 4 or 5 sets of torture tools now. Probably not a real good reason to have torture tools, all things considered. where are you? There you are. There we go. Now, I could turn them into vampires. That would always be an option. The reason for not doing that is lack of an interest. If I could turn them into thralls, what I probably would do is turn them all but the chief, turn all but one of them into thralls, and then turn like either the chief or someone else into a vampire, and then have them be like my lieutenant here. But yes, for those who are curious, and for somehow forgot, this was where the key to that, the caves of Azura was. The reason why I didn't recognize it is because we came in from down here. And the key was on one of the bodies in one of these cells. Or one of the bodies on one of those cells. I don't know which one. But that deals with that. Another bandit fort dealt with, and another group of bandits eliminated. For less reasons than just Sarah's own desire to slaughter bandits and utilize their blood. Because we didn't really get paid for that. There was no reason to do that other than her personal desires. Like I said, she's not a bad person. She just, at this point, her wanting stuff or her wanting power is more important to her than her wanting to be a good person. I'm still don't know where she stands with the gods. Like I was already watching the episode where we talked about what she did to the Sibyl of Dibella, and I was thinking about like, well, did Sai say that she was religious when she honored the divine or something like that? I think her power has gotten to the point where she wants power even if it means stepping on the toes of the divine. And the Sibyl being useful to her is more important to her than um, staying in positives with the divine, not stepping on the toes of the divine. Especially since Dibella may never find out that she stepped on her toes, depending on the situation. Now, where is our Steward? I would think he'd just be walking around. Where is he? Is he inside the forge? No. He might be in the... there he is. Hello.
Watch over your battles, friend. Very
Profits.
Good now.
Oof. Always good to see it increasing. Goodbye.
Thanks again for your help.
You're welcome. Hope you're enjoying your job as being my steward. I feel like he probably is. I feel like this is probably a pretty good gig, all things considered. Just work the farm, keep the farmers more busy, and scare off any of the bandits or problems that come his way. Probably wouldn't mind setting up another farm somewhere, or getting another source of income. She's mainly not doing it because of the fact that it doesn't have a reason to put forth the effort. Not to mention, sorry about that. Not to mention, she doesn't know if there is another area for her to do that with. Neither do I. Let's see. What is next? I think Tumble Arch Pass is one of the areas that we have to go to remove a dragon or a troll. Blood Chill Cavern. Pretty sure that's the vampire house. I have to go some of these dragon points and deal with the dragons there and see if I can find their word of power. Kagran's Pass. Evansall. That's the base that we have up in the mountains over there. Did we have this all this time now? I feel like it's arguable that it would be worth doing now. Kind of want to go up to this mountain. Yeah. We're going to go to Solstheim. It's time that we dealt with Mirak and the problems over there. Not to mention it will give us a breath of fresh air from Skyrim. Not to mention that Sarah has found it more and more interesting to want to go there.
No one bought any flowers again today. I don't know what to do. There. My father was a Stormcloak soldier. I'm all alone. I try to sell flowers so I can buy food. It's not much. They're dead. My father... I'm all alone. I try to sell flowers so I can buy food. It's not much, but what else can I do?
It's tempting for me to take them in, but I just think that that's because Sarah knows how they feel. But I also don't know if she's at that point of I don't know why it's hard to determine with her character what she would do. If she would care. Their parents are gone. So are hers. But she also probably doesn't care. She found her own way, they need to find their own way in life. I don't know. It's weird to play it as the character because part of me is I want to help them because I do feel for them, even though they're virtual characters. But I also want to play to the character properly, and I don't know if the character would care.
Talk to Captain Galland if you're looking to book passage.
If you're looking for passage to Solstheim, too bad. I'm not going back there anymore.
What happened? Why won't you come back? Why won't you go back?
Explain. I remember those people with the masks coming on board. Then, the next thing I remember, I was here, and they were gone. That's not right, losing whole days like that. There's been something strange going on there for a while. But after this, I'm done. I'm not going back to Solstheim.
Yes, you are. You're taking me to Solstheim.
Have you been listening to me? I'm not going back there.
You owe me. The cultists you brought here tried to kill me.
All right, you have a point. Taking you back to find out who sent them is the least I can do. Besides, maybe you can put a stop to whatever's going on over there. I owe them a bit of payback myself.
And finally, for the first time, maybe not the last, but definitely the first time, we arrive in Solstheim.
Well, here we are. This is Raven Rock. Can't say I'm all that glad to see it again. Good luck. Maybe you can figure out what's going on around here.
Maybe. Maybe.
I don't recognize you. So I'll assume this is your first visit to Ravenrock, Outlander. State your intentions.
I'm looking for Mirek. Do you know him?
Mirak, I'm not sure that I do. Just remember, Ravenrock is sovereign territory of House Redoran. This is Morrowind, not Skyrim. While you're here, you will be expected to abide by our laws. Any questions?
You seemed like you knew something. Do you know who Mirek is?
I'm unsure. I swear I know the name, but I cannot place it.
Can you tell me anything?
I don't think so. I'm not... The name has something to do with the Earthstone, I think, but I'm not sure what.
Interesting. Why be so suspicious of visitors?
I have to be. As second counselor, the security of Ravenrock is my primary concern.
Has security been an issue for you?
This isn't exactly the city of Blacklight. We're on the frontier out here. We've had more than a fair share of troubles. After all we've been through together, I refuse to let Councillor Morvain down.
What does your title mean?
Councillor Morvain is House Redoran's representative on Solstheim. As second councillor, it's my job to support him and make certain his rule is enforced.
So basically a steward. Is Raven... You mentioned Blacklight. What's that?
Your ignorance of our homeland doesn't surprise me. It's the capital of Morrowind. Been that way ever since Mournhold was sacked by the Argonians. I don't visit there often anymore, but we still get the occasional supply ship and visitors from there.
The Argonians invaded Morrowind?
Quite a while ago, yes. They cut a bloody swath across most of the southern region of Morrowind. Nobody seems certain why it happened. An attempted expansion? Revenge for the enslavement of their people? Or perhaps both? Whatever the case may be, thousands of Dunmen needlessly lost their lives, and many more were exiled from their homeland.
Interesting. Is Ravenrock purely a Dunmer settlement?
Ravenrock started out as an imperial settlement, but the Empire decided to abandon it
Really?
just as my people were first setting foot here. They left the town a shambles, but when House Redoran took over, we turned it around and it became ours. And even if it's been a struggle to make this island livable, we're proud to call it home.
I'm thinking this guy wants me to move on. Thanks for all the information.
I was starting to wonder what happened to you.
We were delayed by bad weather. Before you even ask, yes, I have the supplies you requested. But
what?
This load cost me double what we'd agreed on. Nothing I can do about it.
Damn it, Jolland, you know we don't have that much coin.
Look, the East Empire Company didn't give me a choice. They've raised their prices again, and there's nothing I can do about it.
After all these years, they're gouging us for every last drake we have. Let me talk to Laeral. I'll see what we can
Drake.
All right, Admiral.
Huh.
Don't worry.
I think that's the Earthstone he was talking about.
Pay me when you can.
What's with the light? I sense a lot of magic. We'll go take a look over in a minute. But first, this is Raven Rock. Sarah's probably interested to see it since she's never been to Morrowind. She's never seen pretty much of the world. Skyrim has been her known home for the last couple months, but before that, she just was either in High Rock or Hammerfell, depending on wherever the ends are from. I don't remember off the top of my head right now, and I'm not gonna stop the video just to figure that out. Like there's more things to mess around with here. I never played Morrowind. I kind of wish I had because I definitely would have liked to play Morrowind. Definitely would have liked to have gotten a chance to try out Morrowind. I did watch a video of people play. I've watched videos of Morrowind, and I do like the look of it. It's just a little difficult for me to find it and to play it at this point, for more reasons than just the graphics. Graphics are not always a huge issue for me, but they are definitely a something to consider. Now, Sarah's got a lot she's going to want to do here. We have the Sovereign Manor, which she might own at some point. But the one thing that I think she's going to be interested in doing first is, here we go. I had a feeling it was around here somewhere. The Ravenlock Clockwork Terminus. Now, she was talking to, let's see. Oh, here we go. He was talking with, Ludwig. And he mentioned the fact that if she uses this, it should realign to the gate in the castle, and she should be able to travel back and forth through it again. So she's going to step inside real quick. And then we're going to go ahead and just activate the Solstheim Gateway and head back through it. Just so we have a way to get back and forth between Skyrim and Solstheim without too much of a hassle. Make sure that's working. Go ahead and close this out. I think the only thing you have to do is get through that entrance point where the boat kind of slid into the docks and stuff like that. One thing we get to see the top of it right now from there, this giant smoke plume. Apparently, one of the reasons why this place is covered in soot is Red Mountain's eruption. Apparently it has erupted again, or maybe it's still erupting, who knows. I'm not really sure on the whole lore of Tamriel behind it. But if we go up here real quick, we'll notice we can see Red Mountain off in the distance, belching its smoke into the air. And that smoke is then scattering to the winds, and, well, you can see that this whole island is covered in what would probably look like snow to some people, but is actually ash. I like the island, personally. I like Solstheim. I like a lot of the storyline that's here. I like a lot of this. I do think it's kind of cool. Do not expect me to go through Solstheim quickly. I want to take my time here, and I want to experience quite a bit of Solstheim. I think Sarah wants to relax. Not to mention, she doesn't really know what she's looking for. She is going to go investigate the Earth Shrine first. See if maybe she can figure something out through that.
And that's the end of it, understand?
That sounded like he was
You're
having some
dealing
fun.
with me. There's only one thing to remember. Pay your debts or end up hurt.
I can pay my debts. I might be able to pay you well if you can tell me who Mirak is.
No, wait. I recognize the name, but I'm not sure why.
Can you tell me?
I don't know. I feel strange just thinking about it. A temple, maybe. Here on the island, something about a temple? No, wait.
Interesting.
I recognize the name, but I'm not sure why.
Miserable.
No, I know.
It's miserable. Oh, I hate this place.
I know where the temple is, but
I might
This
look
island's
going
nothing but a pile of rubble.
but I've
What's the
never
point
been a
trying to make a
stranger.
life
So
here?
shove off.
do you know anything about Mirak?
I think so, but I'm not sure where I heard the name.
Lori, you need
What
to
can you
talk
tell me?
sense
I
into your
don't know
husband.
why, but I'm thinking about a temple here on the island. Maybe it was just a
That isn't
bad
my
dream.
problem. I was clear when I loaned Garvin the money.
Uh,
but I wanted it back
You
when
don't
I
like
was
being here on Solstheim?
Don't like it. I hate it. Every day it's the same thing. We open the shop, we hardly sell a thing, we close the shop and go to sleep. What kind of a life is that?
Is it possible for you to return to Morrowind?
Oh, believe me, I'd be on the first ship off this miserable island if I could. But I'm not sure I could do that to my father. I think it would break his heart. We've already lost my mother. I don't want to leave him alone.
How'd your mother die?
We lived in a settlement, perhaps a league from the border of Black Marsh, the homeland of the Argonians. Even though the Argonian invasion ended a long time ago, there are still a few scale-skinned clans that live within our borders. To put it simply, they attacked our settlement and slaughtered almost everyone. It was horrible.
Ugh.
Keep yourself
Sounds like there's
safe.
still trouble in
Solstheim's
Morrowind.
still a
I've
dangerous
never really
place.
understood why there's so many refugees here. From what I can tell, Skyrim has kind of. There's been some lore that says it's because Red Mountain erupted and made it unlivable in Morrowind. I'm starting to wonder if this Argonian war has something to do with it. I don't know. If you know, please let me know in the comments. You could say Sarah found out about it by talking to some people in the bar. Maybe she will talk to some people in the bar and eventually find out about it. Huh. That doesn't look natural. Excuse me.
That they have forgotten.
What?
Here do we toil.
Interesting.
By night we reclaim.
What by day was stolen. Far from ourselves.
What an odd structure.
It grows ever near
There's some
to
kind
us.
of energy. What is it?
Our
What?
eyes once
Now,
blinded.
through me, do you see? Now, through them, do I speak. And when the world shall see. That world will cease to be.
What? What happened?
That they have forgotten.
That was.
Here do we toil. That we might remember.
I don't know. That was weird. So, Sarah's now gotten her first interaction with Mirak's power. Apparently she's able to break free of it easier than the others can, because she was able to, at least she was able to break free of it pretty quickly. And she definitely does find it odd and confusing.
My husband Bendel feared visitors would shun Raven Rock. I'm glad to see he was mistaken.
No, I'm not shunning Ravenrock. Do you know of Mirak?
Mirak. I'm sure I've heard that name before, haven't I? Was it in a dream? May your path be free from danger.
Hello, hello, sir.
You haven't seen Cretius Corellius, have you? That foolish old man's taken my pickaxe again.
I don't know. Why the fuss over a simple pickaxe, though? You're a blacksmith. Can't you just make a new one?
No. This isn't just your run-of-the-mill pickaxe. I'm talking about an ancient Nordic pickaxe. They don't exactly grow on trees, you know.
Why not get the guard involved and have them deal with it?
I prefer to handle these things on my own. Look, if you see Cretius, tell him to give me that pickaxe back, and I'll pay you for the trouble.
Okay. What's an ancient Nordic pickaxe, by the way, anyways?
It's the only tool tough enough to crack Stalrim, is what it is. Not many of those beauties left in the world. Forging them is a lost art. The one Cretius borrowed came from the Skull village up north. I, traded them some goods for it.
Interesting. Is Stalrim a type of ore?
Calling Stalrim an ore is like calling my forge a campfire. Some folks say it's enchanted ice, but I think there's more to it than that.
Huh. I assume it's rare, then.
I don't think I've come across more than a chunk or two in my lifetime, and smithing's my trade. If you're looking to learn more, you should head over to the Skull village. Someone there's bound to know more about it than I do.
Interesting. See what you got for sale.
Blades, helmets, pretty much anything to suit your needs.
We do have the option to invest in people's businesses now. We may consider doing that eventually. Here's a Stalrim hammer. We have some Stalrim stuff already. We've been running into it for a little bit. Glacier crystal ingot. I wonder if that's part of the Stalrim stuff or if that's something else.
You tell Cretius he better give that pickaxe back to me. Or else.
Okay, so this guy wants us to talk to Cretius about his pickaxe. And retrieve the ancient Nordic pickaxe is now parked on our thing. Again, I think it's Sarah using her magic to kind of like detect where this guy might be. And she also finds that it's interesting that there's a mine up here, but nobody seems to be working at it. But her magic is telling her that the man is inside. So let's go see what we can figure out what's going on.
Damn it, woman. I said to leave me be.
Cretius, last time you explored the mine, you almost fell to your death. I'm not spending the rest of my days as a widow.
And I'm telling you that I'll do whatever it takes to find my great-grandfather's remains. He's down here. I can feel it.
That was almost 2 centuries ago. There may be nothing left to find.
Just let me go, woman.
Cretius, you're an obstinate old fool, and you're going to get yourself killed.
Interesting.
My apologies for Cretius's ravings.
What are you arguing with him about?
That foolish old man thinks he's 30 years younger than he is. He's going to get himself killed traipsing around the mine.
Why is he exploring the mine?
He convinced himself that there's some sort of conspiracy involving the East Empire Company and the mine's... I came across some old letters that belonged to his great-grandfather in our house, and he believes every word written in them.
What did the letters say?
His great-grandfather worked for the East Empire Company. The letters mention some sort of discovery he was sent to investigate. There's really nothing remarkable in the letters. I don't know what he's so excited about.
Who was his great-grandfather? Anybody important?
Gratian Corellius. He was an explorer for the East Empire Company. They'd send him all over Tamriel when they had difficulties in a mining operation. Poor man. Can you imagine doing all that dangerous work just to end up dying at your own doorstep?
What happened to
It
him?
was a horrible accident, and he was killed when one of the tunnels collapsed. They were never even able to go down there and recover the body. The East Empire Company sealed that section off to prevent any more tragedies. Cretius is convinced it's a story cooked up by the company to cover up something else, but I don't know.
Does sound kind of fishy. You don't agree with him, though?
My beloved is almost 80 years old, and I think the shock of finding one of his ancestors' things has left his mind a bit confused.
That's
I
understandable.
love him dearly, and I support everything he does. But I can't let him chase this silly idea, or he may end up joining Gratian in a rocky grave.
How'd you beat him?
To understand how we met one another, you have to appreciate what he's going through. Cretius is a third-generation miner. All his life, he's lived and breathed nothing else. By the time Cretius came of age, the ebony mine in Raven Rock was shut down. He took that quite hard.
Why didn't he just move somewhere else?
Our home has been in his family for over 200 years. Leaving would have been like abandoning precious memories. Instead, he stayed on Solstheim and spent most of his life prospecting for a new ebony source. Sadly, it never surfaced. A decade ago, this drove him into a deep depression. He shut himself inside his home and refused to come out.
I'm guessing this is where you met.
It was. After refusing to allow anyone to bring him food, Counselor Morvain ordered his door to be knocked down before Cretius starved to death. I was a temple priest at the time, and they had me use my healing arts to restore strength to his ailing body. I stayed for a while and cared for him, then I suppose we fell in love.
That's nice. You were a priestess in the temple?
Far from it. In fact, I'm no longer welcome there.
Why is that?
In all honesty, it came down to a disagreement between what I believe and what Elder Othraloth believes. I'd prefer not to get into the details, but let's just say our opinions about the current status of the tribunal vary widely.
Interesting.
Be careful out there.
Who in the blazes are you? Can't you see I'm busy?
Busy doing what?
Why should I tell you? I don't even know who you are.
I might be able to help.
Maybe. Been difficult trusting people lately. They think I'm crazy. But mark my words, these mines hold a secret that could put Raven Rock back on the map.
What sort of secret would that be?
A secret the East Empire Company swept under the rug 2 centuries ago. It killed my great-grandfather and left Raven Rock with a worthless and tainted mine.
Interesting. Who was your grandfather's grandfather? Then again, she already knows this.
His entire life exploring ancient ruins across Tamriel. And he died in these very mines almost 200 years ago.
How did he die?
The East Empire Company called it a terrible accident, claiming that he was lost in a rockfall. But I know better.
Proof.
My wife and I were cleaning out our home, and we came across some of my great-grandfather's things.
Kinda wish you could skip through this since we already talked to his wife about it.
I found an unsent letter he'd written to the East. It describes a discovery the East Empire Company must have felt it was of great value. It is. Well, I assume it is. I haven't been able to find the entrance.
This is starting to sound suspicious.
Finally, someone who believes me. I'm telling you, there's something big down there. Something that the East Empire Company wanted to hide from everyone.
Why? Okay, we offered to help him.
Look, my wife Nat. Time's my enemy. It's caught up with me before I could find the answers that I'm looking for.
So you do need my help.
I do. I want to know what happened to Gratian, and what the East Empire Company is keeping from all of us.
Any idea where to start?
Gratian kept a journal of notes about his discoveries. If you can find his remains, I'm hoping it will help. Here's everything I have. The letter, the key. Please, do this for me, so I can finally regain the respect that I've lost.
Galvar wants his ancient Nordic pickaxe back.
The damn fool doesn't even deserve to have it. The pickaxe was made for mining, not selling. I'll bet he stole it from the Skald in the first place.
Doesn't belong to you, so it should be returned to him.
Oh, very well. Here, tell him I hope he drops the thing on his foot.
Alright.
Be careful.
So, we have the pickaxe. We could go back up and take the pickaxe back to him. We're not going to do that. What we're going to do is we're going to descend. Now, this might not be helping us find Mirak, but Sarah's now interested. If she can get some dirt on the Empire Trading Company, she might be able to use that against them in the future. And the company is a big, powerful trading company that she knows of, and she might be able to use the information if she can find out something about it. Oop. Hello, spider. Hello, skeever. Let's see. I would hope so. I would hope you're not down here. I don't think he is. I think he's just aggroing because of the fact that he could hear me fighting. Blast all these spiders to bits. Oop. The heck was that? I think that's happened before. And blast that open. Hello, what is this? Well, well, well. An East Empire trading pendant. Interesting. Another fetch me quest? I feel like we're getting into something that we probably shouldn't. Until the next episode. See you guys next time.